Hello, dear children. Aren't you proud to be living in a country that celebrates festivals throughout the year? Some of you may ask, what is there to be proud of? Well, children, the fact is that festivals bring celebrations, and celebrations means that we sing together, we eat together, we pray together, and be thankful together. And togetherness is what makes our country, India, so very great. And now, let me tell you the story behind one such festival celebration, the Onam. Now, the Onam is celebrated particularly in Kerala and by the Malayali people all over the world. But it also means that you and I are also free to celebrate it whether we live in Kerala or not, whether we are Malayalis or not. Now, long ago, there was a king in Kerala called Bali Chakravarti. I heard some of you saying that why does every story have a king or a queen or a palace behind it? Well, children, the fact is that India has a very rich history. It's one of the oldest civilizations in the world, which means that we have lots of stories told to us by our fathers, their grandfathers, their fathers, and so on. Which means that our forefathers had so many stories to tell us. Now, coming back to King Bali, he was a great ruler, very kind, very generous. People of Kerala were very happy under his rule. The laws were good, everybody worked hard, they were free to speak, eat, whatever they wanted to, and the king listened to everyone. Just like we had Ram Rajya in Ayodhya, so also we had a very happy Bali Rajya in Kerala. The people of Kerala were so happy under Bali that it caught the attention of the Devas who are said to be living in the skies above. Now, the Devas living in the skies above felt that the kingdom of Bali was getting to be better than the heavens above. So they requested Lord Vishnu to do something. Now, Lord Vishnu decided to test King Bali. So he disguised himself as a poor little dwarf Brahmin who came begging at the doors of King Bali. Now, King Bali had a rule. He never said no to anyone. And he took great pride in that. He took great pride in the fact that he was a very generous man. He was a very giving man. He often thought, no one can be as charitable as me. No one can be more generous than me. So he asked the bhikshu, what do you want? The young Brahmin said, I want 3 feet of land. Oh, that's it, said Bali. No problem. He thought, how much would 3 feet of land be for a young little childlike Brahmin? Bali failed to see Lord Vishnu in disguise. He was so caught up in his act of giving, he was so proud of the fact that he was giver, that he just didn't see the Lord in disguise. And the minute he said, your wish is granted, Lord Vishnu took his avatar. Now, Lord Vishnu, as you know, is Par Brahma. He can turn into any form, any shape that he wants to be. He can be as big or as small as he wants to be. So he became really big and he took one step, 1 foot, which covered the whole of earth. He took the second step or the second foot, which covered the whole of sky. And for the third step, he asked King Bali, where should I put my third step or my third foot of land Where is it that you promised to give me? King Bali recognized Lord Vishnu and he bowed down his head humbly and said, "Forgive me, my lord, for not recognizing you. Please put your third foot or your step on my head." So Lord Vishnu also recognized the bhakti and devotion of King Bali. So while he pushed him below the earth to the Patal Lok with his foot, he also gave him a promise or a vardhan that once every year he would come back to his people of Kerala and get to meet them, greet them, love them, and bless them. So this day is celebrated throughout the world as Onam. And 10 days before this festival or during the festival celebrations, people do great preparation to welcome their beloved King Bali. People believe that when Bali enters their home, he blesses you with all that you desire. So they make these beautiful flower carpets called Pookalam, a lavish 9-course meal called Sadhya. There are elephant processions on the streets. There are folk dances. People wear their traditional dresses. There are snake boat races. And people do a lot of daan punya. That means they give a lot of what they have to the needy. People are so happy to welcome the King Bali that they do everything to make him feel welcome. And they also believe that Bali will bless their crop and they will have a great rice harvest because the harvest season begins right after Onam. So, my dear beautiful children, Onam teaches us to be thankful for all that we have. And now, I want you to do one thing. I want you to make a list of all the things that you are thankful for. So while Mama and Papa will make their list and present it before the spirit of King Bali, I want you to make that list and present it before your Mama, Papa and your grandparents. And meanwhile, have a great Onam celebration and have a great festival.